Tim, how are you, brother?
Pretty good.
Good. Thanks for coming out. You had no choice, right?
No.
You're one of my best friends in the area.
Yeah.
You had no choice.
No options.
But you know what? We saved this truck because I don't want to act, folks, like I'd never seen this truck before. I stay at Tim's house when I'm here, so I'd seen this truck, but I wanted him to bring it to the show so we could get a really nice video. I know y'all like these Pro Street pickup trucks, and Tim's got a very nice one. Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, the truck, it's been done over 30 years. Actually, I let my youngest daughter drive it to high school. I threw the keys and said, the boys won't catch you in this one.
Right. It was like this when she drove to high school?
Yeah, just like that. It was painted. Yeah, it was painted red at the time.
You're kidding me?
No, she actually drove it, and she loved. Actually, it's
well,
her truck
her,
now.
yeah.
I'm going to give it to her.
Well, I would think.
She does love the truck, but no, it's been done a long time.
She had to be the coolest kid in school.
I hope so.
That
That was the goal.
But the cool thing is that she was mature enough and responsible enough. You were able to even turn something like over to her.
Yeah, my oldest daughter, I don't know.
Yeah. This was the next one that got it, right? Yeah, I
trained her better.
Well, tell me, what motor are you running?
Actually, it's a 454 bored out to 468, little field blower, aluminum heads. And actually, this motor's been together probably close to 19, 20 years. I broke a couple before I got it figured out on how to keep it together. And it's just been a good, strong motor. I don't have any problems. It's been like this for probably 18 years, and I get in and drive it.
Started, put some air in your tires and drive it.
Just roll. It's got a
Camaro
subframe. It's got a set of dual force 650s on it.
Did you build it?
And yeah, I bought this car. It was a project. Dave Wagner in Fort Wayne in the early 80s was putting the truck together, and I don't know, something came up, and it was for sale, and it was in boxes and pieces. It took probably 3 or 4 truckloads to get it home, and went at it. It took us another 2.5 years to finish it. I had Kenny Bauer and Antwerp, Ohio, do some chassis work on it, and put the cage in it. And John Tudo did the tin work. God rest his soul. He died here a few years ago, but just a lot of friends, and I've got a great staff at the shop. The guys all help.
That's Evers Body Shop.
Yeah,
Fort Wayne, Mommy, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I'd give him the address if I could remember it all.
A good friend has been my painter for 31 years, Steve Walsh, and my son-in-law Eli Swineford. They both work for me, and they're the best painters around. They've done a lot of work, and I'm really proud of them.
No, it's good work done over there. And folks, for you watching, if I walk up to you and I do an interview with you with your car, that's what you want to do to everybody that's touched it. People get offended, man. They worked on a car 20 years ago, and they don't, even today, if they don't get credit for their part of it, you become, you know, that SOB didn't tell me, you know. So, again, that was a good job. I'm going through the list. That's what you want to do, is tell what you did, be proud of. Whatever everybody else did, give credit where credit's due.
Credit where credit's due, exactly.
How much of a chop does it have?
It's got a 5.5-inch chop, and it was 5 windshields before I got one that I didn't break to put it in there. But it's just a, when you change the geometry
did you have to cut that window too?
I cut the glass down. Like I say, it was on our 5th one. We finally made it, because it's deceiving. You take a template, but you know, geometry changes, and that curve was just a bear to deal with. But on our 5th try, we made it. And It's been in there ever since. That's for 31 years.
Man, I just can't believe this build's that old. It's that old, and it still looks so good. What kind of products did you use on it? You remember?
Actually, this has got Sherwin-Williams on it.
I like this too.
Base clear, yeah. This stuff, John Tudo did this for me, and we actually originally powder coated it, and I really wasn't too happy with the shine. Powder coat's cool, but it just doesn't have the shine, so we actually ended up sanding it, base clearing it, and that stuff is really tough as nails. It's
wore well.
Good. I still haul stuff in it. I'll throw a pad down and throw a fender in it.
Right.
I mean,
oh, well, let me tell you what.
Well, yeah.
There ain't nothing at Whitcomb's house that doesn't get used. Yeah. And, you know, depending on what time of the day it is, you know what I'm talking about? It may get used a little harder than other times in the day. So you catch him about 7 o'clock, and he'll take you for a ride in that car of his. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, initially this was all open in the back. It's got a polished brass fuel tank in it. George Derrick built it for me. George died here a few years ago. He was 90 years old. I think he was 75 when he built this tank.
Oh, wow.
But it's solid brass. He used to build fuel tanks for like the LaFrance fire engines and restorations for Duesenbergs, you name it.
Right.
But it was really cool looking before, but then everything kept getting dirty, so I covered it up with steel.
So it's like polished brass or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was cool. Yeah.
It was, in its day.
Right. Well, you know what, and if you were going to put this thing on a trailer and take it around, it'd still be a lot of work to keep it polished, but driving it with brass, there ain't no way, man. You know.
This thing in a trailer, the only thing you'll ever do is pull one.
Right, right. Yeah, because this was up at the lake yesterday.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, you drove it down here in the rain, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I love how you had the exhaust come out the fender there. How cool is that? And is it on bags, or that's how it's set?
Yeah, it's on air ride.
Okay.
I put airbag, and that's really what made me start driving it even more, was when we put air ride technology on it. It really made it ride better, because it has a Camaro's front suspension, which is mediocre at best,
right.
but the airbags really made it handle well and ride and drive well.
Right. I like how you molded in the antenna here, too.
Yeah.
No, really nice job. Had you, I mean, when you built this, had you been thinking about it? Because let me tell you what, he doesn't have to think long. He could see a piece of crap going down the street, and that gives him an idea, and he buys it and turns it into a boat.
That's my whole problem. I see something finished
Right.
before it's even started.
Right.
And that's how you start, though. You got to have it in your head, and then you put it to general practice.
Right, right, right. Put it on the street for sure. No, man, I
It's
really
got
like
remotes
it.
for the windows or for the doors, the door operators. I don't have door handles, but I just put remotes on it, poppers. But it's a functional truck. It's not something you're going to see in a museum or
Right.
on a trailer.
No, well, you're not. Hey, everything Tim's got is nice stuff, but he uses it. You know what I'm saying? But yet he keeps it nice, and it's always built right, because Evers Body Shop's building it.
That's the best part.
That's right. And so, did it originally have 3 wipers, or is that something you
No,
came up with?
I actually came up with that. We went to put the cowl panel on it, and with 2 wipers, it was misproportioned, because when you drop the top, it makes the car look so much wider.
Right.
And I took a system out of an MG, which has got a cable drive with a worm gear that had 3 on it, and I just had to relocate the wipers to fit into this profile, and it worked perfect. It's a used one that I put on it 30-some years ago. And it still works fine. Worked today.
That's right. Yeah, you got to test it today. Yeah. Well, brother, you know I love this truck, and I couldn't wait to get you to bring it down. Thanks so much for coming out, brother.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.
Good seeing you.
No, you too, brother.